Welcome back, folks, and next on our list of all-time 11s is a famous side from Manchester. Not the noisy neighbours in sky blue, but the original big boys in red. That's right, it's Manchester United, the Red Devils from the west side of the city, England's league record holders and one of the biggest football institutions in the world. Who springs to mind when you think about United? Sir Alex Ferguson?
One man who's been part of the tapestry of the history of this club.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
He goes for goal, oh, and what a goal!
Bobby Charlton, perhaps?
Charlton has scored!
Well, get ready for all of those names and more in this quite frankly frightening 11 filled with top talents and top personalities. This is the Man United all-time 11. Peter Schmeichel was a commanding presence in goal for United during Sir Alex Ferguson's golden reign. He helped the side to 15 trophies during the 90s, and his career at Old Trafford of course culminated in the historic European treble-winning victory of 1999. Schmeichel had a sparkling career. Before United, he won 4 league titles in Denmark with Brøndby, and after he left United, he won the league in Portugal with Sporting, and even the Intertoto Cup with Aston Villa. However, at Old Trafford he excelled, winning Premier League Player of the Year in 95-96. You know when a keeper wins such an award, how impressive they must have been. He even won a famous European Cup with Denmark in 1992. Gary Neville, now pretty much the king of football show business, was one day a top-level right-back. He came through the youth ranks at United to become a stalwart in Sir Alex's side, providing much-needed balance to a team full of attacking brilliance, as well as, of course, some burning local passion, famously displayed in his badge-kissing celebration in front of some very angry Liverpool fans. Neville played a lot of his career alongside record signing at the time, Rio Ferdinand. Rio is often picked by his ex-teammates as one of the best centre-backs in United history. We're not going to disagree. He was tall and strong, but also one of the new age ball-playing defenders, the like of which is now normal in the game. Rio won 6 Premier Leagues, a Champions League and a Club World Cup with United amongst other medals. He was named in the Premier League Team of the Year 6 times and even the FIFA World Team of the Year after the 2007-08 season. His awards and trophies speak for themselves. Steve Bruce will partner Rio at centre-back. Between 1987 and 96, Bruce made over 300 appearances for Man U and won 12 honours. Bruce was quite frankly an absolute unit, and a striker would be in for a bruising day when they came up against him. However, that said, he also had a touch of finesse that you might not expect. In the 1990-91 season, he scored a stunning 19 goals in all competitions from centre-back, and during his career, he took 15 penalties and missed just 1. He was no average defender, that's for sure. At left-back, we've gone with Dennis Irwin, another defender who had an eye for the back of the net. Irwin was a delightful footballer who was a key component for United throughout the 90s and just beyond. In fact, he was even voted in the Premier League Team of the Decade. It's no wonder, as during his time at United, he won 7 leagues, 2 FA Cups, and of course, the Champions League. Given the plethora of legends that have played for United, this midfield was very hard to pick, but we have gone with 3 that might even be considered some of the best midfielders of all time. Never mind just in United's hit. First up, World Cup winner Bobby Charlton. One of the most famous names and faces in the history of English football, Charlton graced the pitch in United colours between the years 1956 and 1973. Of course, it was during that time that he helped lead England to World Cup glory in '66. That year, he won the Player of the Tournament award and later the Ballon d'Or World Player of the Year. Need we say more? Charlton scored 199 goals for United in over 600 appearances and won the FA Cup, the European Cup and 3 league titles. In 3 different votes for the best players of the entire 20th century, he came out 16th, 12th and 10th. Bobby Charlton, England, United and football legend. Paul Scholes was a modern maestro in midfield for Man U, a true fans' favourite. The local lad would leave Old Trafford in awe with the stunning array of passes, nippy footwork and an incredible ability to completely control the rhythm and flow of any game. Born in Salford, Scholes spent his entire career with the Red Devils, winning everything and playing 499 games, including a brief spell where he came out of retirement to fill in the gaps in United's midfield. A true club legend, he can now be seen embarrassing innocent locals every Wednesday night on the five-a-side pitches of Manchester. Who else? Roy Keane. Roy Keane of course completes the midfield trio, unplayable on his day, the hardest of them all, and not lacking in strength, skill or quality. The fact that he was Sir Alex's club captain tells you all you need to know about his ability, and the fact that he would one day leave United after a spat with Sir Alex tells you everything you need to know about the fighting spirit within the man. The likes of Steven Gerrard and many more have claimed Roy Keane as their toughest ever opponent. For Ireland and Manchester United, he was often hailed for winning games on his own. And like Gerrard at Liverpool, anybody who has ever played with him said he lifted the level of the entire squad in training and matches times 10. Such was his presence and desire. A perfectionist, he won 7 leagues, 4 FA Cups and the European Cup. He was of course captain of the treble winning side, and on the whole, between 1997 and 2005, he wore the famous armband of the famous club. He was named in various teams of the 20th century. Yikes, what a team so far, and there's room for 3 more players. The next was a footballer like no other, a rock star in fact. He's the 3rd Irishman in our all-time Man United 11. It's the legendary George Best, still known today for clips of jaw-dropping skill, like the time he took his boot off in front of a defender and proceeded to dribble past him with the boot still in his hand. George Best was a showman on and off the pitch, a unique talent that captivated the masses with his charisma as well as his quality on the ball. The Belfast boy battled alcoholism during his career and was seen as pretty much a celebrity pin-up boy, as much as a football player. Best was regularly in the headlines for a private life of women and partying, but he is still considered one of the greatest footballers of all time. He won 2 leagues and a European Cup with United, and way too many individual awards to mention. Most impressively perhaps, he was voted as high as 5th in the FIFA Player of the Century awards. To finish off this superstar team, we are going with the frightening strike partnership of Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo. To this day, the pair have had their very public up and downs, but when it clicked on the pitch, they were electrifying. As if they were telepathically connected, the pair linked up in devastating fashion to terrorise defences in England and across Europe. Ronaldo joined United in 2003 and Rooney a year later in 2004. The pair were raw footballers with inexplicable talent and a hunger like no other, a dangerous mix for their opponents to try and handle. From 2004 to 2009, the pair enjoyed 5 seasons together. In that time, they won a hat-trick of Premier League titles, 2 League Cups, the Champions League and the Club World Cup. In that period, Cristiano scored 112 goals and Rooney chipped in with 97. Rooney would cement his legendary status with more success at United for another 8 seasons. CR7, we hear, was pretty successful elsewhere. He then popped back to United to score 27 goals in 54 games between 2021 and 2023. It's almost exhausting just listening to the sheer quantity of goals, individual awards and team trophies in this all-time Manchester United XI. Not to mention, the side would be led by Sir Alex. That's 13 Premier Leagues, 5 FA Cups and 2 Champions League Sir Alex, by the way. With that in mind, can you think of another club that has a better all-time 11 than this one? It'll be very hard to beat. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and stay tuned to see if this team can be beaten.